Hey everybody, it's Jeff. Welcome to another episode of Stay Rad Wine Blog TV. This is a special one. On this day, 2 years ago, this whole wine blog thing got started. I mean, for me, wine blogs have been around for a while. But 2 years ago, today, I put together on just a lonely bored night, I put together Stay Rad Wine Blog, and I never thought it would last this long, but here we are. So I thought on this day, I know a lot of folks are really into when I do blind tastings, and it's usually because I end up being wrong, but I like to talk my way through this stuff, and every once in a while, I get it right. So what I did the other day was I was out shopping with Kara, and I gave her a crisp $20 bill. I said, spend this on some wine, hide it from me, and then open it up for that 2-year anniversary. The only thing I know about this wine, okay, I know a couple things. I know that this wine cost $20 because I know that Kara spent every single penny of those $20 that I gave to her. The other thing I know is that this is a what I would call a skinny Bordeaux style bottle. So a lot of times when I'm thinking about reds or whites, the shape of the bottle really does come into play. So let's pour this thing and see what it is. I'm guessing it's red. Yeah! All right, so color-wise, just on initial inspection, I was noticing some purple hues showing up kind of, you see the little foamy bubbles? You can't see that. So, I mean, this is pretty dense. But, you know, sometimes when you pour and it kind of bubbles up on the top, I'm seeing those purple hues in there. I mean, this is a mostly, like a really dark ruby, maybe burgundy type of color. It's fairly dense. I can make out my fingers just a little bit through that glass. You know, let me pour just a little bit more in here. Could have been that I didn't pour enough, and maybe that's why I can see through it. But again, there are like these purple notes that are showing up, and even still, I can make out my fingers just a little bit, but it's fairly dense. Now on the nose, and I should tell you that my allergies have been kicking in a whole lot, so I'm going to try my best for you guys. And if you're lucky, maybe I'll sneeze on camera for you. On the nose, couple different things coming into play. I am getting like this oaky, woody, kind of like a sandalwood type of characteristic. I am getting like some darker berries, like some blackberries. I'm also getting some plum there. I am getting a little bit of like a leathery type of play and some subtle like chalky notes. Yeah, really more than anything, as far as the fruit goes, I am getting this plum characteristic. And yeah, let's get into the palate here. Wow, so there really are a whole lot of like big, aggressive tannins here. Slightly astringent, but not too bad. And then beyond that, there is a bit of spice, a little bit of like pepper type of spice, and there is a fairly long acidity to this, but, give me a moment here. I mean, there's also, just more than anything else, this big explosive fruit bomb type of characteristic. I am getting, again, those really dark, almost jammy, concentrated type of plum notes. Now, as far as pinpointing this one, this is going to be tough for me, and again, I feel like I'm kind of hindered with these allergies that I'm dealing with right now. But, wow, there's something about the nose and about the tannic structure that makes me think that this is South American. It's definitely New World, right? And so we're looking in the Western Hemisphere. I'm gonna, yeah, and as far as New World goes, I'm gonna cancel out Australia. But I am gonna say Southern Hemisphere. I'm thinking like Chile or Argentina. Let me get into this just a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, this saw. There's definitely like with the oaky notes that are there, and again, I mean, it's the fruit more than anything else. But with those oaky notes that are there, there's this astringency to it. There's this pepperiness to this that is really making me think that this is Chilean, some sort of Chilean Bordeaux variety. You know, when I was first thinking about the tannic structure, I was thinking Cabernet. But there is a possibility, you know, there's this other thing that's making me think like Argentine Malbec. But I feel like I want to go with a Chilean Cabernet. I know that it's $20. And as far as the year, I mean, you know, color-wise, it's kind of tricking me because what you can't see is that near the edges, it is kind of fading to almost like a rusty type of orange play. But gosh, I mean, it doesn't taste like there's a whole lot of age on this. I want to say that this is like a 2009 or 2010. I'm going to say 2010. 2010. I'm going to say that this is a cab. I could hedge my bets and say it's a Cabernet-based blend, but I'm going to say Cabernet. I'm going to say South American, and in particular, I'm going to say that this is Chile. I'm wondering, is there anything else? I guess I should give it a score. Give me one more chance here. You know, I just don't think that this wine is really coming together the way that it should. The astringency on those tannins are really kind of bothering me right now. And I would say that, you know, a few years down the road, those tannins are going to precipitate out, and those wouldn't bother you that much. The problem is that, you know, I don't feel that there's a whole lot, you know, besides those tannins that are really that entertaining. It's a nice wine. I've had plenty better at $20, and so score-wise, I'm gonna give this an 85. And I know that Kara's in the other room thinking like, oh shoot, I picked a stinker. But honestly, this was fun, and I will enjoy it. And the $20 was well worth it for me to go through this process with you guys. Now, let's take a look at what this is. Let's see how wrong I am. Let's see if, you know, having the allergy issue right now, and maybe I shouldn't have these flowers right next to me, but having these allergy issues right now, maybe that's changing the way that I'm perceiving this wine drastically. We'll see. This is, oh man. So it's New World, right? I was way off on the varietal. It's, or the variety. It's a 2008, my goodness. It's a 2008 Lodi Zinfandel. This is the Brazen. It is rolling in at 15% alcohol. Dang! And they are suggesting that this is something you serve with ribs or steak or pizza. And I can definitely agree with that. You know, I feel like as far as Zinfandels go, I mean, honestly, I don't find this to be really varietally correct, right? I would say that it is kind of fruit bomby in nature, and the reality is those are some of the things that I don't like about a lot of Zins. And when you talk about Lodi, you're talking about a fairly hot inland area where these things can get really ripe and get really high alcohol, and they really do a good job of making these things taste the same every single year. So I mean, if you've had Brazen before, and I think probably a lot of you have, I mean, this is something that you can find maybe not in your local grocery store, but like those bigger wine retailers. She got this at Bevmo, but I'm certain you can get this at your local wine shop. If you've tried this before and if you like it, I think year in and year out, you're going to get that same type of flavor profile. It's really just not up my alley. Then again, I could probably try it tomorrow when I'm feeling a little better, and it could be the best thing ever. But for right now, I feel that 85 is well deserved, and I think that if you're looking for a Zinfandel to try, there are some that are more inexpensive and way better than this that are out on the market. I feel bad because I wanted to have this wine that was just going to blow you away. And believe it or not, again, with as much as I'm ripping on this wine right now, it's not bad. It's just not what I was looking for right now. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment below. I'm certain that you've had this before, or if you tried and you feel differently about it, let me know. Till next time, everybody, stay rad.